Hello, everyone. Today we're going to talk about the characteristics of a wise person. First of all, being skeptical, because wisdom is not common. So if you're a person that joins the flow of events, believes in anything anybody tells you, accepts any sort of doctrine you find along the way, this is not the characteristics of a wise person. A wise person is skeptical, which means this person doesn't believe in everything he or she reads or see on TV or hears. You have to understand that everything you see around you in the world is what we call, for the most part, they're common things. And the characteristic of something common is not something as wise as something that is rare. In the same way that gold is rare and it's extremely valuable, the really valuable things and elements in the nature are rare. So is the absolute truth and the truth that in fact rules all the universe, the properties of matter and so forth. Like, very few people actually understand how a cell phone works or how all this technology actually in fact works. And yet we live in a complete ignorance. It looks like there's a veil over our eyes and we cannot see the truth. But the fact is that there is something hidden, very well hidden, that is in fact in possession of absolute knowledge, and that is in fact very rare. For most of everything we see on the news, everything we see everywhere around us is filled with ignorance, and it's at a lower level than the rarity of having absolute wisdom. So the characteristics of a wise person is being aware of this and being very careful and watching the universe, watching the events in the world as an outsider while still being part of it, but being very careful, because the pathway for truth is very narrow, whereas the pathway for ignorance is one most people take. And that's why the world has so many problems, because, like I said before, ignorance prevails and wisdom is apart. Thanks for watching.